field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Between 18. 59. Mike to 59. 26. Blue draw Corker.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding Green complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Green 18. Check to the inside. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That's Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Mayfield's pass complete to Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Carolina.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Get up! 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Jump out! Check 59, Mike.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, here's Love. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 38, Mayfield. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Panthers.
180! Let's go, B, let's go! Alert, 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 alert! One touch!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
26. Safety to begin.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this one complete to Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers to throw once more. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield now. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they...
It's caught inside the 25. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken the 1st round. First set of brothers taking him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And it's caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Now Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First down. 180! Double time. Easy. 4 down. Easy.
And again, it's Mayfield. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. Campbell making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Cooks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. On play action, now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Big stop, D. Big stop. From
the gun, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On play action, it's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9.
Go! Check right 34. Mike, 34. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Let's go, hey.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Brown, 91 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But sometimes, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, 626.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. But now it'll be 3rd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was. But he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Pistol.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. So that's complete to Jeffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's letting it fly for... This is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Johnson's got it complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Watch his flag.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Panthers will get the football back.
180. Hurry. I'm going to run you over.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. Catch made here by Campbell. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
30 hit, 180. Check in. Yeah. We don't want no.
Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check, 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Here's Love again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take you to school.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But